We just got started with the NBA playoffs, so let's talk about who we think is going to win it all. Maybe the contenders, maybe just pick a champion,
So
and maybe state a few reasons why.
this is interesting because we have three levels of interest in the NBA here. One, we have our relatively uninterested party, and who knows almost nothing about the NBA, what's going on. Ron, what do you say? Do you think how do you feel about the NBA? You feel like it's worth watching, worth following? Who do you think is going to win?
I haven't followed it at all. I don't know. But is there any team that has like an underdog that is not supposed to win but could win?
There's always that.
Well,
Like
anyone in the playoffs
Yeah.
on the West that's maybe not top three seed.
that's the only team I'd follow. I don't
Okay.
care.
All right. Timberwolves for Ron then. Okay. Okay. Who just beat the Lakers, by the way?
Yeah. Should be.
So Dave, give me your take. What's
All right. So I kind of looked at it and I thought, like, you really don't want to look at the regular season winning percentage of all the teams they played. You want to break it down and say, like, what's the record against teams they played that have a 500 or higher
right,
winning percentage?
right.
And so I looked at that, and that kind of opened my eyes as far as the West goes. And the West, it looks like the clear favorite is going to be the Thunder. I would say the contenders would be the Rockets, the
Okay.
Warriors, and the Lakers. So the Rocket and Warriors are playing each other in the first round. So
Right.
obviously one of them is not going to be a contender from that. But as far as like whoever wins that series will probably have a good chance to go to the finals.
Okay.
And the Lakers, given their record recently, above playing against teams that are above 500, and also maybe the second half of the season, they have a fair shot as well.
Okay.
Okay, even though they lost pretty miserably yesterday. Anyways, the clear favorite out of the West is the Thunder.
Thunder.
They by far surpass any of those three teams, though.
Right.
Coming out of the East, it's a toss-up between the Cavs and the Celtics as far as being the top. One of them's a contender, one of them's going to be the top. And you can look at their head-to-head in the regular season. They both won
they
two
split,
games and
yeah.
they lost two games. I would have to say I would give the advantage to the Cavs. Basically because they're going to have home field advantage. They're the number one seed right now
Right.
in the East. So coming with that in mind, I would say the Cavs are going to come out of the East. I think the clear winner, though, is going to be the Thunder. I think the Thunder have all the right pieces now. They've got their big man who can do all sorts of things. They can come out, shoot the three. He can play inside. Great defender as well. They've got a pretty strong defensive team. And, of course, you got to give props to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Probably the MVP this year. Jokic also deserving. But I think Shai will probably win it because Jokic has already won it. And Shai is on a more winning team this year. Anyways, Oklahoma City.
Okay. OKC is your winner at the end. Last man standing. So I'm kind of with you on in the East. Cavs Celtics obviously top two teams, best records in the East. Best. I think the Cavs have more talent than the Celtics overall, but the Celtics have the edge in playoff experience.
Yeah.
I think it's a total toss up for me. I think a team that could surprise are the Knicks. I think they have enough talent to challenge anybody.
Okay.
Brunson's a winner. But other than those top three seeds, I don't know. I'm going to say the Cavs pulled it out in the East. I think it's their time. In the West, Thunder has been so good, but no playoff experience, no real playoff experience. So I think they're gonna falter at some point. It's like, yes, SGA has had the legendary season, but I think and I don't think the Rockets are going to go that far. They could fall to the Warriors, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I think it's very much a toss-up between the Warriors and the Rockets. Actually,
I'm going to make a big prediction. I'm going to say the Nuggets come out of the West. I think Jokic is just going to dominate. So
Okay.
this is a truly like a
Yeah.
long shot call here. But I for some reason I just and I don't think the Lakers are really ready yet. They have too many weaknesses. Like
I think the Lakers right now, I mean, they've shown glimpses of what they can really do and how dangerous they can be. But I think they give it another year. I would say if, and that's a big if, LeBron comes back and does not decline that much, I would say they're the team to beat next year. But this year, I think that they have struggles now and then, right? Especially in the last 15 games or so. And it just seems that they just need to click a little bit better. Now with Jokic and the Nuggets, any team with Jokic is dangerous. But I mean, the thing that spoke to me was that their record against 500 teams was was not very
was not
good.
that good. Okay, that's a good
And
point.
actually, that speaks to almost every team, every playoff team in the West, eh, except for the Thunder and the Rockets, Warriors, and the Lakers have a winning record against 500 teams. Um, but I mean, the Thunder are the clear favorites.